Imagine the sting of your front door slamming shut, your belongings in a duffel bag, echoes of harsh words fading into the night. At 22, I was adrift, no home, no plan, just a fire ignited by rejection. But instead of crumbling, I grabbed my camera and hopped a bus to the nearest coast. That first salty breeze whispered possibilities. What if exile was my ticket to freedom? I started snapping photos, words tumbling out in raw posts online. Little did I know, this was the spark of my reinvention. Weeks blurred into hostels and hitchhikes, my savings dwindling like sand through fingers. Yet each unfamiliar street corner became a canvas. In a bustling Thai market, I bartered for street food, capturing the chaos in frames that pulsed with life. My blog, Wanderlust Wounds, gained a handful of followers intrigued by my unfiltered grit. No sugarcoating the loneliness or the thrill of solo sunrises. Independence tasted like spicy noodles and anonymous nods from strangers. I was no longer just surviving, I was scripting my own narrative, one post at a time. From Bangkok's neon haze to Iceland's icy fjords, my lens devoured contrasts. A viral post about navigating Rome's labyrinthine alleys without a map shot my followers into the thousands. Brands trickled in, offering collabs for authentic adventures. But it wasn't the perks, it was the alchemy of turning pain into panoramas. I documented midnight trains in Europe, where doubts crept in like fog, only to dissolve with the next horizon. Blogging wasn't escape. It was excavation, unearthing resilience I never knew I possessed. Challenges hit like turbulence. A stolen backpack in Peru left me penniless, forcing barters with locals for a meal. Visa snarls in Vietnam tested my mettle, nights spent in limbo cafes plotting detours. Yet these weren't setbacks. They were chapters sharpening my story. My audience connected through the vulnerability. Posts about crying in Moroccan Medinas or laughing off a monsoon drench in Bali. Independence meant embracing the mess, not perfection. Each hurdle climbed higher, my voice steadier, proving that roots aren't always blood. Sometimes they're the paths we forge alone. By my second year, Wanderlust Wounds had blossomed into a community of nomads sharing their own tales of rupture and rebirth. I led virtual workshops on solo travel hacks, from budget flight scores to cultural faux pas survival. A TEDx invite followed where I unpacked how displacement birthed discovery. No longer the kicked-out daughter, I was the architect of empires unseen, digital footprints spanning continents. The journey taught me that true home is the self you build amid the world's vastness, unanchored yet unbreakable. Reflections hit during a quiet Himalayan trek, where prayer flags fluttered like forgotten dreams. I'd traded family feuds for global kinships, arguments for awe-inspiring vistas. My blog evolved, weaving in essays on mental maps redrawn by movement. How leaving fixed you fixed everything. Followers messaged their pivots inspired by mine. Quits, quests, quiet revolutions. Independence wasn't isolation, it was interconnection on my terms. From that initial shove out the door to standing atop peaks, I'd claim the narrative, turning cast out into cast wide. Today, as I plot routes through Patagonia's wilds, the past feels like a distant postcard. My journey's blueprint: embrace the unknown, chronicle the chaos, connect through candor. To anyone facing their own expulsion, literal or metaphorical, pack light, post boldly, and let the world rewrite your story. Independence blooms in the spaces between destinations, in the stories we tell ourselves under foreign stars. It's not the end of roots, it's the start of wings. What's your next uncharted path?